compared a lot in our style. I watched a lot of film of his growing up. He's a guy that liked to score the ball in all kinds of ways. I like to do that. He was a pretty well-liked guy on and off the court, represented his country well. People of his state love him. People in North Carolina, they all love Michael Jordan, no matter who you pull for in college. I try to emulate that here in Ohio. And a lot of people might think that he was my idol on my quest for the 6th ring, and that's why I wore number 6 in Miami. It's why I wear number 23 in Cleveland. And if you want to be the best, you have to learn from the best. So, Michael Jordan is definitely my idol. I think I've just always known. I've played basketball ever since I was old enough to dribble a ball. I mean, I remember when I was 3 years old getting my first basketball and I couldn't even dribble it. I wasn't even strong enough to do it, but I knew that I wanted to do it. I would just play in the backyard, and then in elementary school I started playing. I think around middle school is when I thought that I could be for real. I started getting some calls from high school coaches, colleges started coming into the house. I didn't really see it as that big of a deal then. But, when all the Sports Illustrated stuff came out my freshman year of high school, The Chosen One, that's when I had to really sit down, and my family and I had to talk about, this is going to be a real thing, and this could be my life. And we had to talk about, is that the life that we wanted? And I decided it ultimately was, and I think it was the right choice. So I think around middle school was when I really thought that it could be for real. I think back in high school, when people wanted to blow me up and say things that I wasn't, or at least wasn't yet, he could be the greatest player of all time. Well, I was a 14-year-old kid. How am I supposed to handle that? That's a lot for a teenager to handle. And my coaches at St. Vincent St. Mary, they really helped me get through the whole process, take it day by day, game by game. My family was really helpful in that. It's just crazy now that the pressure that young players get to get to the next level. It's all about getting to the next level. It's all about the money, the spotlight, And yeah, I think just getting through that, but I think it helped me. Because once I got through that process, you get to the NBA, it's just more of the same every day. And then the better you perform, the more coverage you get. So yeah, I think just getting into the spotlight in high school is tough, because that had really never been seen before.
For you?
Cleveland means everything. Not being from Cleveland, being an Akron guy, but being around Cleveland my whole life, I knew that it was a city that was desperate for something. Economically, it was in such a downturn since the steel industry pretty much just left. Sports were struggling. People were leaving the city. It was really a bad time all around, but that's what's great about the people of Ohio. They stay loyal. Nobody's going to jump ship. Everyone's going to stay on Cleveland sports. Indians, Browns, Cavs, all the time. And that's part of the reason I wanted to come back from Miami. I wanted to bring back a championship to my hometown, to my people. And that's why we say Ohio versus the world. So those people mean everything to me, and they're an inspiration. I don't pay attention to it. Like I said, the man who was my idol and is my idol still, Michael Jordan, I think he's the greatest player of all time. I mean, everyone talks about ring chasing, he having 6 rings, me having 3. He went 6-0 in the finals. I've lost in the finals 4 times. It stays in the back of your mind, but the only thing that I can say is that I'm going to try to take the Cleveland Cavaliers to a championship this year. We got to repeat. It's not about me. I'm a member of the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavaliers didn't come back to me. I went back to them. I went back to the people. And so I think with faith in God, and if I keep trusting my process, believe my teammates and my people, fans around me, my family, I can definitely get there. But it's all about effort. It's all about persistence.